Hi guys, and welcome to part two. I was just editing and I wanted to make an intro for you guys for the second video. So this will be part two to the 10 eye-opening financial statistics. I hope you guys enjoyed the second part of this video, and make sure that you subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, and follow us on all of our socials. You already know, at Money Conversations with KJ.
Number 6, 27 states scored a C, D, or F for high school financial literacy. Research shows states requiring students to take and pass a personal finance class produce more informed college-ready students. Personal finance education during formative years provides students with the knowledge and skills necessary to manage their finances and increase their financial well-being. In 2017, a national report card highlighted the discrepancy in the ways states handled high school financial literacy across the country. In fact, 27 states received grades of C, D, or F for subpar efforts. In 2020, survey of the states shows hope, but we still have a long way to go. 45 states now include personal finance education in their K to 12 standards, but don't celebrate yet. 26 states and DC do not require a high school personal finance course to be offered. 29 states and DC do not require a high school course to be taken, and 45 states and DC do not require standardized testing. Treating personal finance as optional robs students of the opportunity to increase their financial knowledge. That's why experts are fighting for these courses to be mandatory across the nation. So when I was in high school, I took a personal finance class, but that's only because it was offered, and this is my dad, so I was like, of course. And it did help. We learned about like stocks and, credit and everything like that. And I think that everyone in my class got a lot out of it. And I'm glad that a lot of people did take that class to, learn more about their personal finances in high school.
I think, share with me what you think about this, Faith, that, when we talk about the youth K through 12, really it's probably around that 5th, 6th grade timeline when we really should start taking the mindset of money a lot more seriously. A lot of folks, parents, believe that, hey, they don't need to worry about that right now. And in fact, they really do. And I know this firsthand because of my podcast and when I actually talk to people, right? We really need to start sharing these things at kids that are like 5, 6 years old, right? Literally at K. Again, why we're here, right? We know that if you come to Money Conversations with KJ.com, you can go to the website and you'll see opportunities there for a course for you guys to get out there and get the fundamentals of financial literacy, right? Get over there, check it out. Again, Money Conversations with KJ.com will take you right there and explain it all to you. This isn't about pitching anything right now. I just want to let you know, look, sometimes you go out there and you try to find things online and the jargon that you're reading just goes right over your head. You're like, I don't even know what they're talking about. And so we broke it down in really simple format for you to understand, okay? All right, let's go to the next question, which would be, what number are we on, Faith?
7.
We're on number 7? Okay, great. Number 7 says, 54% of millennials are concerned about student loans. Huge problem. In 2020, student loan debt reached a record high of $1.56 trillion. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of money. And it's crippling young Americans. Further, these debt obligations heavily impact millennials' views of financial success. I mean, they just feel this giant burden on their shoulders, right? When asked about the ability to repay, more than 54% of millennials expressed concern. According to the Global Financial Literacy Excellence Center, it will take a lot to solve the current student loan debt crisis. But millennials don't need to worry. Student loan borrowers have options to ease the burden. If you have a student loan borrow, look at student loan refinance, consolidation, and loan forgiveness, and make sure to take advantage of the current federal student loan forbearance. So I think the government is trying to do something here. They know this number is outstanding, and so many students out there have no way of paying this back at all. And right now, up until recently, they weren't talking about forgiveness. Like, you have to pay this back.
Even if you get bankruptcy, file for bankruptcy, right?
Yeah,
that's the only thing that's not forgiven.
Yeah, you still owe this. So now these people are depending on the government to do something, and nothing's in concrete yet, right? So That's why they're all concerned, and rightfully so. Some people are out there. Maybe you're only 10,000 in debt, but 10,000 might as well be $1 million, right? You're like, I got no way to pay this back, or maybe you're out there. You're like, I got a $250,000 student loan. It's going to take me the next 15 years to pay this off. And this is why other statistics are showing, be careful when you're ready to go to college. Are you sure you want to incur this debt? Is this path of whatever the field is going to be able to afford you to pay this back? I mean, if you're going to college to earn a degree that's going to max you out at $75,000 or $80,000 a year, well, don't go into debt $200,000 a year for this degree. Obviously, that doesn't make mathematical sense, right? So just be careful when you're out there doing that. Again, huge problem. And let's see what the government's going to do to help you guys out. And next question, Faith. What are we at? 8?
That's not a question.
Oh, I'm sorry. Statistic.
Next statistic, 8. 60% of adults had credit card debt in the past year. Americans owe a record high in credit card debt, topping $1 trillion, according to the Federal Reserve Bank, and it's hitting young people especially hard. In fact, 10% of consumers age 18 to 29 have credit card debt that is over 90 days late. Creditors report an account as delinquent once it reaches 30 days past due. So 90 days past due is marked as a serious delinquency. Further, 6 out of 10 U.S. adults had credit card debt in the past year, and nearly 2 in 5 indicate that they carry balances from month to month, resulting in interest and late fees. Credit card debt is dangerous because the high interest rates and low minimum payments could lead to a vicious cycle of debt. Yes.
We talk about debt, right? We talk about 2 kinds of debt, good debt, bad debt. And
credit card debt, bad debt.
Bad debt. If you cannot, don't swipe that card if you know you don't have the money to pay it off before the before the bill's actually due. Now, I understand out there, especially in the pandemic in the last 20 months, that maybe you need to swipe that card because you had to buy groceries or keep the lights on or something. I totally get that. I understand that. And that was your last source. You're going to have to crawl out of this hole. Back to side hustles, second jobs. We do what we need to do, right? Think about, you see in the news all the time, Faith, almost every day I'll see in the news that how many jobs are available, right? Nobody wants to go to work. So for you guys that are out there hurting, there's plenty of jobs. There's like way too many. And listen, if you got to buckle down for the next 6 to 12 months to get yourself back even and pay off this debt, you got to do what you got to do, right? America at least gives you the opportunity to do that, right? So horrible statistic, very saddening. Try not to get in there. Remember, credit cards aren't bad. People are bad using them irresponsibly. Even though I get it in the last 20 months, hey, I had to keep the lights on or I had to get food on my table. I had to use my credit card. I get it. Next question, we're on to number 9. 4 in 5 adults experience barriers to home ownership. Huge problem. Even the market's been what it's been. Homeownership is a financial milestone. Touted as a pillar of the American dream, by 4 out of 5 U.S. adults will experience financial barriers when trying to purchase a home. Compared to last year, slightly more people are facing obstacles to home ownership. In fact, as many as 50% of Americans 18 and older have encountered setbacks. The top 5 barriers to home ownership include, but not limited to, rising home prices. We all know that's been going crazy, upwards of 22-25% just in the last 12 months. Lack of savings for a down payment or closing costs. Pre-existing debt, right? You weren't able to pay down your debt. I get it. The last 24 months may have been a little more difficult. Influx of adults to expensive cities, thus limiting housing options and price range. And poor credit history or score. So again, I'd like to talk about that credit, right? I mean, you're not going to buy a house unless your credit score is good. The higher it is, the better interest rate you're going to get. Even though, yes, you can buy a house today with, I know, as a score as low as 580, but you're not going to get the interest rate that you see advertised at, 3%. At 580, you're going to probably get somewhere around 4.5%, 4.75%, which could equate to $200 to $300 to $500 more dollars per month, which takes you probably out of the game of buying the home, right? Again, back to paying your bills on time, understand the 5 criteria of what it takes to maintain a good credit score, vital. We really need to maintain that. A lot of these other factors we can work around. Down payment assistance programs. If you are a first-time home buyer, you will need some closing cost money, but that's okay. Things are, if you want it bad enough, you're going to do what you need to do. So let's go on to, is this the last and final one?
Yes, number 10. Fewer than 1 in 5 adults is confident in saving. Fewer than 1. Working Americans struggle to set aside money to fund short and long-term goals. And if they do, is it enough? According to NFCC's 2019 Consumer Financial Literacy Survey, it's not. In fact, fewer than 1 in 5 U.S. adults feels very confident about their saving habits. Further, over 1 in 4 didn't feel confident at all. When asked what areas of personal finance worry them, the number one response was retiring with enough money saved. If Americans are concerned about retirement, then why aren't they saving more? The answer is prioritization. It's easy to let long-term saving goals slip in order to prioritize current financial situations. For instance, high expenses, burdensome debt, and stagnant wages are all factors contributing to a lack of retirement savings.
Wow. We all need / want to save for retirement. If you follow me at all, you understand that retirement is about income. You're not going to save your way to retirement. It's almost mathematically impossible for 99.9% of the population. So you need to figure out ways how to create income for your retirement years, whatever that is for you. Because I do not believe retirement is an age, it's a time, right? It's when your money makes enough money. So, okay, it's all about goal setting, right? And setting our goals properly. Let's go back to the apps, Faith. Are there apps out there that can help us with our goals?
Yes.
Yes, they can keep us accountable. You literally, if you're wearing a smartwatch and your phone, your smartwatch will literally alert you, right, when you're getting close to reaching the goal or you actually reached your goal, how much time you have left to reach that goal. I mean, reminding you, all of these things. Again, I'm just huge on everybody start leveraging all this free technology to us to help us in these things, because it can be very difficult. You get busy day to day doing everything you're doing and you just forget. So with technology being right there at your fingertips, being able to help you is massive. And without having the goals about retirement and actually setting up a plan, a roadmap, right, to get there, you're not likely to get there. It's already a fact. The only reason these statistics exist is because people aren't actually have a plan and follow a plan in place to get you where you need to be financially. So big statistic here pointing out the obvious. Let's get on track, people. Let's get a roadmap built. Again, if you like what you're hearing, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook. You're on YouTube now. Smash the like button, subscribe, listen to more. We will have a lot more for you. I hope you enjoyed this today. What'd you think, Faith?
This was great. I really hope that at least one of these stood out to you and stuck with you.
For sure. Again, all of them may not resonate with you, but one or two will. And maybe it's a wake-up call for some of you guys, right? If it's a wake-up call, take some action. Do something about it. This is all just about being proactive and learning what we need to talk about. All right, guys. We'll see you guys on the next training. Say bye.